Are you looking for 2025 to be the year that you bloom? To be the year that you thrive? To be the year that your growth brings fulfillment? Are you ready to be liberated from everything that you never wanted to be, didn't want to do, don't like about yourself, and fully embrace who you are? If so, welcome to season 3 of Boldly Driven Conversations with Bree. We're going to be talking about these things a lot this year. I do a word of the year practice, and the word that I felt like was for me for 2025 is the word bloom. I've been doing this practice for many years. My word in 2024 was nourish vision, which is a phrase more than a word, but it was something that I kept coming back to whenever I was making decisions. I would ask myself, is this nourishing the vision that I had for my life? Is this nourishing the vision that I feel like I'm being called to? And it was a great practice because when I made decisions and when I look back on my decisions, I can see that there was a pattern of me living to nourish myself, to nourish that which I knew was for me, so that I could live more aligned in my life. And to many people, some of the decisions that I made, they don't understand. They don't agree that it was to nourish vision, that it was more aligned, that it was a good decision. And that was really difficult for me as someone who's a recovering people pleaser. That has been something that I have been trying to break for much of my adult life. And finally, I'm feeling the success of it as I hit my 40s. I'm 44 now. And I really feel like I'm starting to hit my stride when it comes to people pleasing. But it comes up in really sneaky ways. People pleasing does, as a recovering people pleaser. And I've just noticed some patterns in the last few months, especially where people pleasing has been really sneaky in my life. And I have allowed those patterns to continue in unhealthy ways. That doesn't nourish my vision. So going into 2025, though, the word that I feel that I have now for myself and for the vision that I have for my life is to bloom. For all of the work that I've done in the last couple of years. In 2023, my word was surrender. And it was awful. 2023 was an awful year, but it was so pivotal for me to be able to actually catch the true vision for my life and to be able to stand up for myself in ways that I before did not feel confident enough to be able to do. And my word in 2022 was celebrate. So just giving you a little background there, and celebrate was a really hard word because it was a really difficult year again, where I was trying to find something to celebrate every day. And even in the very difficult times of my life, especially in that year, trying to find something to celebrate every day became a really wonderful practice for me to learn gratitude in a new way. And that's where my daily gratitude practice kind of came from, was 2022, my celebrate word. So just giving a little background there so that you understand the significance of 2025's word of being bloom. I feel like some things are really going to start aligning and blooming, and my parts of my life that have been very dormant for a very long time are going to start thriving. And I'm really excited about it. So why am I bringing all this up? Because we're in season 3. Can you believe it? We're already in season 3 now of Boldly Driven Conversations with Bree, which used to be called Thoughts from the Car. But I've been doing this for a year now. And I break it up into different seasons from January to May, and then from August to December, because I started doing these talks because it was just about everything I was thinking about on my way to work. And after being a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, I went back into the workforce full time last year. And so as I was thinking during my commute, I would think about these things, and I didn't have a place to like put those thoughts. And that's how these conversations started. And so we're on season 3. I'm really hoping that season 3 will help bloom all of us, help us thrive, help us learn. And the focus will be more on kind of my coaching practice is of living boldly, breaking people pleasing, liberating ourselves, loving all parts of ourselves so that we can live a more bold life, living it out loud and more authentically. So I hope you'll join me for season 3. If you do a word of the year or you do some kind of practice that's similar, share with me maybe what your word is for 2025, and let's see how they align and how we can check back in maybe in like 6 months and see how our life is aligning to the word, or the word is aligning to our life and what's going on in our life. So this was more of just an introduction to season 3. I hope you will join me. The format also will be a little bit different going forward, at least for the next season. I won't be doing a Boldly Driven Conversation with Bree every day. They'll probably be about twice a week, just because I have a lot of thoughts and sometimes they don't always align with what I want to share in my coaching business. So even though I do a lot of emotional support, emotional health related thoughts for a lot of the time, I won't be diving as deep into those things as much as how maybe they relate to living boldly, more authentically, and doing less people pleasing. So hopefully you will join me for season 3. I'm really glad to be back, and have a wonderful first Monday of 2025.